Well, good news, you guys. Today is National Tequila Day. Woo! And after 6 hours of Robert Mueller testifying, I think we all deserve it. Double, por favor. Actually, I saw that a lot of bars in Washington opened at 8 a.m. this morning for the Mueller hearings. And if you did a shot anytime Mueller said, "I can't answer that," you were blacked out by 10 a.m. I'm getting redacted today, man. That's right, it was a big event on Capitol Hill. 3 months after he released his report, Mueller went to Congress to answer some tough questions about his investigation. I don't want to say watching it was draining, but by the end, every American looked like Robert Mueller. Let's talk about the hearings. They were pretty intense. Mueller was questioned by 60 lawmakers for 6 hours. The only other time you get grilled like that is if you're single at your family reunion. Okay? Family reunion. Gosh. You think that's funny, man? Yeah. Unbelievable. You think that's funny? That's the first joke you laughed at all night, man. Family reunion. Sorry. Family reunion. It's almost like I was playing my record backwards. It's like family reunion. Terrible. It was like Sylvester Stallone doing the monologue. I just have a family reunion. But the fireworks started early. Mueller said the reason that he couldn't charge Trump with the crime was because he can't indict a sitting president. That's why for the last 12 hours, Trump's been afraid to get up from the couch. That's right, Mueller said that Trump couldn't get indicted because he's in office, but the president's not out of the woods yet. Listen to this.
Could you charge the president with a crime after he left office?
Yes.
So Trump could be charged after he's done being president. Right now in Russia, Putin's looking at his phone like, any second. Hello, Donald. Yes, I can help. A lot of people are focusing on all the things Mueller didn't say. Instead of talking, he just kept telling lawmakers to go back and read his report. Then the lawmakers were like, the whole point of us bringing you here was we didn't have to read the report. Come on, talk. That's right, Mueller avoided a lot of questions. Take a look at this.
I'm not going to get into what we may or may not have included. Well, I'm not going to speculate. That's beyond my purview. That was outside our purview. That's not within my purview.
Yeah. He's like a magic 8-ball, except no matter how you shake him, he just says, that's not in my purview. A lot of people in the media are saying that Mueller came across as old and slow. On the bright side, he's now the favorite to win the Democratic nomination for president. That's pretty good. But I really can't blame Mueller for having trouble keeping up. Listen to what happened when the first Republican promised to talk slowly.
I'll talk slowly. I'm said that I talk fast. I will talk slowly. Your report states that your investigative team included 19 lawyers and approximately 40 FBI agents and analysts and accountants. Are those numbers accurate?
Could you repeat that, please?
Is it also true that you issued over 2,800 subpoenas, executed nearly 500 search warrants, obtained more than 230 orders for communication records and 50 pen registers?
That went a little fast for me.
Oh, my goodness. That's like being interviewed by an auctioneer. It's like, hey, we're going to start the bidding at 19 lawyers, 40 FBI agents, going once, going twice, sold to the gentleman in the back. If that guy did all the questioning, the hearing would have been over in 6 minutes. A lot of people laughed at this. At one point, Mueller had a little trouble with the president's name. Watch this.
Did your investigation find that the Russian government perceived it would benefit from one of the candidates winning?
Yes.
And which candidate would that be?
Well, it would be Trump.
Then Trump was like, see, it was Trump who obstructed. Not Trump, Trump. Lock him up. Lock up Trump. Yeah, the clip went viral, which explains this yard sign I saw today. Trump Pence 2020. Yeah, he's changed his name. Pence. After the testimony, both sides tried to declare victory, and Trump sent out a tweet that said, "Truth is a force of nature." People are like, wow, that's deep. And Trump was like, thanks, I got it from a fortune cookie. If you missed Mueller's hearing, don't worry. In a few weeks, William Barr will give a much shorter, inaccurate summary. You didn't like that joke. It's okay. You don't have to like them all.
Come on, That's
You know,
a
I'm
good
like,
joke.
oh, that's a good.
That's a good joke.
But after all the hype and questioning, I don't think anybody's changed their mind about anything. Democrats are still thinking about impeachment. Republicans still saying case closed. America hasn't been this divided since the trailer for the Cats movie came out. One of the Republicans laying into Mueller the most today was Mike Johnson. And this is interesting. Mike Johnson.
Excuse me, Mr. Fallon. What did you mean when you said America hasn't been this divided since the Cats trailer?
I'm sorry, Higgins, what?
Earlier joke, you stated, and I quote, America hasn't been this divided since the Cats trailer came out. Can you elaborate on that?
I'm sorry, which joke?
I'm referring to cue card 12, joke 3A. Cats trailer came out. Explain what you meant, please.
What? No, I'm not going to explain the joke. You can just...
Refer to your earlier monologue. Yeah, I thought we thought you'd say that. Anyway.
Who is we?
Next question. Do you recall a joke, February 2013, where the punchline was, and I quote, chicken chalupa?
Chicken chalupa? I mean, maybe.
And what did you mean by that?
It was 2013, Higgins. I don't remember.
What did you mean, Mr. Fallon? Chicken chalupa.
That's out of my purview.
Hey! My time! You shut your cute mouth. Final question. June 18th, 2019, you said, and I quote, without Fox News, Trump's only source of news is Snapple caps. What was that in reference to?
I never said that.
You didn't say that on June 18th?
No, I never said that.
Oh, wait a second. That's on me. That was a Colbert joke.
You like that joke?
Yeah, funny joke.
Really? Steve Higgins, everyone. No more questions. No more questions. Finally, listen to this. A pair of Nike shoes were just auctioned off for a record $430,000. Can we see the shoes? This is real. One day the buyer will show his kids and say, these are the reason you couldn't go to college. We have a great show.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.